Whee!
Alright, it is time to take the Conscendo Evolution High Performance Sport Glider back out for another flight. Did you guys hear the radio in the last video where it was giving me RF signal low, RF signal critical warnings? I didn't get that until I was coming in for a landing. So I took a look at it, and it looks like the receiver, and this is a Spectrum receiver that's in it, looks like it's a single antenna receiver. It doesn't look like a diversity. I only see one antenna in there. And it was laying down right beside, you know, the receiver inside the fuselage. So I thought, well, that might be causing the issue. So I punched a hole through the fuselage and brought the antenna through the side. So we will see if it behaves itself now, or if I still get some RF signal issues with this. I don't understand that. I don't have any of these. I don't have any radio issues with any of my other planes. So we'll see if that takes care of it. Also, you know, these flights are also going to be testing out these prop restrictors that I installed on it. I really hope they work. I think every one of these cross mount type spinner deals is going to need these to prevent those props from falling forward. But anyway, I'll be out at the field, we'll put it in the air, and we'll see how it performs. See you out there.
Okay, are we ready to get the Evo back in the air again? Man, I keep smacking myself in the head with the wings on this glider. Either my head or my camera. Gotta be more careful. Alright, let's see. Where's our wind coming from now? There it is. Okay. Launching. Okay, I think I launched that in safe mode. Alright, now we should be, yeah, we're in manual mode. Or, I think they call it stabilization mode because it still stabilizes against the wind. Ain't that awesome? Power's off. Power's on. Is that awesome, or is that awesome? Check that, power's off. Ooh, I just missed the scrub. Power's still off. Alright, power's on. Yeah, I misjudged the scrub there, didn't I? That was not good. Power's off. I'm just not smooth enough with it yet. It's going to take some practice. My turns are kind of abrupt when I'm gliding, and so I kill a lot of its energy. Man, is that a high performance sport glider? Power's off. Holy cow. turning into the wind. Oh. Oop. I don't think I was going to make it over the scrub that time. So I had to power it back up. Look at that, power's off. Now let's see if I can make a little better turn here. That wasn't much better, was it? Power's on. That is so well behaved. Power's off. Man, is that awesome. Power's on. Got somebody coming through. It's a Saturday, it's late morning, we've got a lot of traffic coming through constantly here. Power's off. I love hearing that swoosh as it goes by. Power's on. Power's off. Try to miss that scrub this time. Look at that glide. Alright, power's on. Oh, and so far, my prop restrictors have worked out really well. I'm surprised. Such a cheap, easy solution. Whee! Power's on. Power's off. Holy cow, catching a little wind there, catching a little gust. Power's still off. Power's on. Power's off. Power's on. That is so cool. Power's off. Power's on. Isn't that amazing? I am still just in awe of the sport glider. Power's off. Power's on. If you've never flown a sport glider, power's off. You really need to try one out. These planes are absolutely amazing. Power's on. Power's off. Power's on. Power's off. Woo! Getting some wind now. Power's on. Isn't that awesome? So stable. Power's off. Power's on. That is sweet. Got some more traffic coming through. Whoa. Stabilization or not, it's getting rocked by the wind there, isn't it? Oh, I don't know where my traffic went. They must have turned around. Power's off. Power's on. Look at that turn. So graceful. I can't help talking about how graceful this is. That is fantastic. Defies gravity. Power's off. Power's on. Look at that. So smooth. I'm just tractoring it around. Oh, I knew that was coming pretty soon. Alright, let's do another loop real quick. Awesome. Alright. Before any traffic comes through, it looks like I'm good in that direction. I'm just going to tractor it around here. See if I can slow it down. Alright. Oops. Too much elevator. Alright, I'm going around. The wind caught it. It wouldn't let me bring it down. Hopefully we can stay clear here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened there? Did you hear that? RF signal critical. I'm still having those RF signal issues, and I just lost contact with it.
Okay, well, I've gone out for 2 flight sessions on the Conscendo Evo the past 2 days, and I only have 3 flights on it. So I thought moving this antenna outside the fuselage and away from the electronics would have solved that problem. Now, what you guys saw was my second flight. On my first flight, I came around and I landed in the same direction that you saw on this video. I was just as low to the ground, you know, tractoring it very slowly, making my final turn in. As soon as I started making my final turn in, I cut throttle and just glided it in. I never got a single RF signal warning on that first flight when I was coming in for a landing. I brought it in, set it down, came in and glided nice, set right down on the ground, no problem. I thought, okay, well that problem's solved now. That must have been the issue. It was set, the antenna was laying right next to the receiver. And I think the ESC is right below that. So, and then on the second flight, that was just my second flight that you guys saw that morning. Came in, tractoring low to the ground, made my final turn, cut throttle, and then I didn't have any stick. And it wasn't until after it impacted the ground, luckily it was low enough to the ground that it didn't do any major damage. It did rip off my brand spanking new tail skid that I put on there last night. It ripped off the front skid along with the panel that the skid was attached to. This one almost came off. I think there would have been quite a bit of damage to the fuselage had I not reinforced it with carbon on both sides. So I think that saved the fuselage from having any major damage. It's just really minimal damage that it received, and I could tell by looking at it that it impacted right here underneath the nose first when it hit the ground. But I don't understand why I'm having these RF signal issues. You know, even after bringing the antenna out, away from the electronics and physically outside of the fuselage, my prop retainers so far, restrictors, have worked out flawlessly. I mean, that has worked extremely well. I got no complaints there. But I'm thinking that I may have to pull out this AS3X Spectrum gyro receiver and replace it with a BMA gyro and a diversity antenna S-bus receiver. I don't understand why I'm having these signal issues. When, like I said, I was probably, when I was making my final turn in there, I was probably 100 meters away. 125 meters away maximum. So, you know, on a full range receiver, why am I getting why am I having RF signal issues no more than 100 to 125 meters away from myself? Now granted, it's low to the ground, but I mean, the way the antenna is oriented, it's going to be shooting signal, you know, 360 degrees vertically all around this aircraft. The antenna on my transmitter is mounted vertically. There should be plenty of intersection between those two signals, and my radio is operating at full power. So I don't understand it other than this has got a flaky receiver on it. That's the only thing that I can deduce from that. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. But so far, I am not happy with the performance of this radio. So I don't know. I think I may take. You know, fail-safe is set up. Fail-safe is working. Most of these receivers have to lose signal for at least 1 second before they will fail-safe, and obviously that happened so quickly they didn't even have time to fail-safe. So, and at that point it was still reporting RF signal critical, so I'm not sure that it would have fail-safed until it lost the complete signal. But yeah, that was really, really strange. So I think I think I'm going to take it back out and test it again, but I won't come in so low to the ground, and I'll try to make my approach shorter next time. I may go ahead and program flaperon on the wings to slow it down. more on the way in so I could make a shorter distance landing. But it only seems to happen when I'm low to the ground that far away, because if you watch the video, I mean, there were times where I had to be 125, 150 meters away from myself. I would say at least 150 meters away when I was climbing out, doing loops and split S maneuvers and roller coaster turns and stuff with it. I had to be at least 150 meters away. Never had any signal issues as long as it had some altitude to it. So anyway, let me know if you guys have any thoughts on what might solve that issue. Let me know. I'm going to repair it again and take it back out again, test it one more time before I call it quits on this receiver and replace it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the air.